Alrighty, gonna give you a good solid look at this 2021 GMC Sierra 1500 AT4 trim package that we just got in here, where you can get a good look, good feel for it. This one's not gonna last long just because trucks are so unavailable and in demand. This is somewhat unique because it's a little harder to find. This is the full crew cab, full 4-door, nice comfortable space. But it also has the standard box on it, so you're getting that 6.5 foot bed on there. It does have the 2-inch lift with the AT4 package. As you come around, you'll see you have the multi-pro tailgate on there, dual exhaust, towing package. I'm actually going to step forward. I'll show you how this functions right here if you've never seen it before. So multi-pro tailgate, you can see here 2 buttons. Bottom button drops the tailgate as normal. And then what we can see here is this little slot right here. There's a little button we push in, pull up. Now we've got a bed extender on there. Close that up, lift the tailgate. That's the other thing. It's nice, it's light, it's fiberglass, and then it has the bearings in it that'll slow it down. Anyway, top button releases the top section. You give it a little pull, it'll come down on its own. Now you can see how it opens up just on that top section. That way if you have something sitting up a little higher, needs to extend out, you can do that. Give yourself a nice little workbench. Or same thing, pop this up, you get the bed extender up a little higher here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and close this all up again, because the next step here, if you need, push the bottom button and the top button, and you can see that'll open up both sections. Now we can step in a little bit closer, reach up a little bit further into our nice spray-in lined bed here, AT4 logo up top. You have the 120 volt outlet back here, your bed lighting, and then you have this handle over here, which would be for the steps. So now we can see the button, we push it down, lift it down, nice functioning step. And if you need it, if you got poor knees, or a little short or anything like that, you have the grab bar. You can pull yourself up nice and easy. To close it, you just lift that little trigger, let it lock right back down. And we can fold. I like to grab the side here because I can just lift the tailgate like normal, lift the remainder. Then as we head back around the side here, you can see the nice machined wheels. Not really chrome, not bright and flashy. You can see the black arch moldings in there. This one does have the 3-liter inline 6 Duramax turbo diesel. Yes, this truck is running. It is very quiet, especially for a diesel. C-shaped headlights, fog lights in there, the red recovery hooks. And then we'll take a walk around. I'm gonna hop inside and start to show you some of the technology that comes in this thing, because it is incredibly well equipped. So as we go in here, you'll see right there on the door, you got your lock, unlock, of course, but you have memory seating in here. So each key fob is designated as driver 1 or driver 2, and you can save your mirror settings and your seat mirror positions and seat positions to the according driver, the fob. You also have an exit position here, so you can actually adjust that seat back, save that. That way when you turn the truck off, open the door, the seat will move itself back, make it more convenient to get out. Window controls, window locks, power folding mirrors. So if I hit this button right here, that mirror folds itself in. I can hit that button again, folds itself back out. Nice when you have to parallel park or pull into a tight space, and then your mirror controls right down here. I'll come across, you see the AT4 paneling there. I do like what they've done with these floor liners as well. So it is the all-weather floor liner. However, what they've done here, as you can see in the middle section, there is now a carpeted piece. Gives it a nice upscale look in here, which really fits well with these trucks. You can see the power seat, raise, lower, slide forward, back, tilt control, lumbar control. You see the jet black with the Kalahari finish, inlays. Captain's chairs up front, full center console. In the back you have the bench. I'll get to that in a minute. But you can see in here you have the wireless charging pad. You have another 120 volt outlet. You have a USB-C, and a 12 volt charging port. As we come across, I'll jump back over here by the door. So you have your mode selector, You can use this, turn left to go into tow haul mode, turn left again to go out. You turn right, you can switch through sport mode or off-road mode, or switch it back into normal. You have your 2 high, 4 low controller, or you can keep it in auto, where it will engage on its own if needed. Fog lights, bed lighting, internal display lights, perimeter lighting, headlights are automatic. Your high beams are also automatic. So you can see that right there. That will turn the automatic high beams on and off. The other triggers you're seeing behind here for your heads-up display. So let me hop up in here real quick. Come across the wheel. So you can see here, heated steering wheel. You have your forward collision alert, which also plays in with your automatic brake assist, automatic pedestrian braking, and the advanced adaptive cruise control. These are your cruise control functional buttons here. This will turn it on, this will pull down to set, and then you can adjust to increase or decrease. Come across, you have your voice controls, turn off the voice controls, answer a phone call, hang up a phone call. These you can use to scroll through your menus up on the driver center. Go through different menus there. And then on the back of the steering wheel, a little more difficult to see, you have buttons here. This is on the right hand side. These are your volume controls, volume up, volume down. On the other side you have the same buttons. They will scroll through your presets. Remote start is on here. You have the push button start. And then as we come across, you can see you have the dual climate control. You have a full heated seat, a heated back. You have ventilated seats. Lane departure warning, lane keep assist, front and rear parking sensors, the automatic start stop. So when you come up to a stop sign or a traffic light, when you're holding that brake down, it will shut the engine down, and it does that to conserve fuel. This button here, it's lit up, means it's on. You can hit that button and disengage that if you don't want that happening. The next button over will drop your tailgate from the interior. Just drop it like a traditional tailgate. It doesn't use any of the multi-pro functions. Your 4-ways or flashers, traction control. This button here will turn on power to the outlet, and this one is your downhill assist. So if you're just letting the truck roll downhill, that button right there will engage the downhill assist. Use the engine and transmission to slow you down. That way you don't just end up with a runaway truck. As we come up, I'll show you the screen here. You can see you have navigation built in. You have your radio, which is going to have AM, FM, Sirius XM. You can create user profiles if there's multiple drivers. These two right here are probably my favorite ones. I have an Android device, but if you may have an Apple, they function very similarly. It is wireless in here, so as soon as you pair up to the Bluetooth, you will be prompted to connect to the Apple CarPlay or the Android Auto. Essentially what they do is allow you to display your phone on this screen and function your phone on this screen. So then this screen, you can use your phone's navigation, your phone's music, and you use your phone's apps like you normally would on your phone without having to pick up and play with your phone while you're driving. Makes it incredibly convenient. Then I'm going to swipe over here, and you can see the other controls, or apps as we call them here. So you have a trailering app built in. I'll click on that real quick. Just get through, get started. So if you hook a trailer up to here, it will acknowledge that there's a trailer hooked up. You can then create a profile for that trailer and either save it, you can utilize it as a guest. You can test connections for brakes and lights. You can set maintenance schedules. You can hook up additional cameras that are available for them, and I'll get to more on that in a second. There's trailering checklists that you can set for yourself, trailer profiles, so you can go through and see the different ones. It's a really convenient way to keep track of everything there. The other thing that's really neat here is your camera views. So you can see here, looks like a backup camera, but you have the 360 view here as well. I can turn that 360 view off and have a broader view. This camera is actually looking forward. This ties in with that forward collision alert to help with the safety features there, but you can see it's also nice when you're pulling into tight spaces. That's also where the bird's eye comes in handy. You can also do it, say you're parallel parking, you want to check and see how close to the curb you are. That's a quick shot at your front tires. Click that button again, And now you're looking down the side of the truck. You can see what type of space you're working with there. You can even switch around, give yourself a bowl view from the front, or nope, doesn't do it from the back. It's an aerial view from the back or an aerial view from the front. I'll show you this. So your rear view, fixed. Oh right, because I'm not in reverse, it's not showing the grid, but typically you would have the grid there. You can switch to just the line, which makes it convenient for when you are trying to hook up to a trailer. No more do you have to have someone standing on the trailer frame or by it directing you 3, 4, 5 attempts before you finally get it lined up right. You'll see this arrow over here. We go ahead and tap that, and you can see there's additional camera views. So as you get close enough, you can tap this one. Now you'd be looking at the ball of the hitch. That way you can connect and line up directly underneath it all on your own. The other thing that's neat here is this bed view camera. You can actually check the view of what's in your bed if you have cargo back there. You can do this while you're driving, pull it up real quick. It pops up like an 8-second timer. That way it doesn't stay on the screen and remain there as a distraction, but it allows you to check on your cargo briefly. So you can see there are a lot of functional views for the camera here. Go ahead and back out. You have access to the My GMC app, which is a nice app for your phone there. Download that. You can monitor the vehicle through OnStar. You can actually start, stop, lock, unlock, locate, different functions like that. And then there's of course climate controls, which you also have the functional controls down here. I'm going to come up here. So you have your rear view mirror. Pretty straightforward, nothing out of the ordinary about that. However, this toggle underneath, say you have a larger load in the bed, or maybe you have a crew in the back, you can't see out the window very well. You pull that toggle underneath and it activates a camera. So now you still have that visual and you can still see. Let's angle that better. Now the other thing you can do here, I know it's a little blurry looking camera, but you have a button underneath here. You can see you can increase the brightness, decrease the brightness. You can zoom out, you can zoom in. And you can also adjust the camera view up and down using those buttons. So really nice, convenient feature. You do have the rear power sliding window, so this button here you push up to open, down to close. And I'll spin around, you can see, push up to open, push down to close. Then we have our sunroof here. Quick, easy slide to cover that up. I don't know how it is where you're at, but it's pretty hot here today, so I'd prefer to keep that closed, but you can see the functional buttons here. Tilt, close, slide, close. Your OnStar buttons up here. And I'm going to show you this last. You can kind of see it here. You do have your heads up display. That can be repositioned to adjust. You can adjust the brightness, make it brighter, dimmer, all according to how you prefer it. It is a little harder to see on the video, and you can also cycle through the information displayed. Navigation, you have your off-road type features where you can see the pitch, the drivetrain, just the speed, your current speed and the speed limit, or your current speed limit, and the forward collision alert following distance indicator. So as you can see, this is an incredibly well-equipped truck. Let me actually hop into the back seat here real quick just to show you some of that. Forgot I said I would do that because there's some pretty neat functions back here as well. You can see excessive amount of legroom back here. It's exceptionally comfortable. There are heated seats in the rear as well. The two outer seats are heated. You have the 12-volt charging port as well as a USB and USB-C. Your center seat can be folded down, give you the armrest, the cup holders. In the back of either of the outer seats, you have a small storage space. Just give that a little tug, that pops down. If the headrest is up from someone being back there, you don't need it up anymore, you want a better view out the window, this button on the side will flip that down, clear up your window space a little better. And then for functional purposes, you can see here, these seats lift nice and easy. Get your hand underneath, lift up. You do have the little storage bin. You can see your tire iron. Your jack is over there under that one. That will lift up as well. And that also opens up much more space here if you need it for cargo or anything like that. If you have any other questions, if there's anything else on the truck you want to see, by all means, let me know. Give me a call, 717-354-4451. Thanks.